free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Welcome to Take It from the Ironwoman. My name is Susanne Müller, your host and the Ironwoman. This podcast is about empowering yourself and others to make real changes in the world. You will hear from everyday, smart, sophisticated, hip people like you and me. Not everybody has to be an Ironwoman to impress the world. Together, we will learn from the sports and business leaders how you can become a more successful person as an entrepreneur or a leader. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Take your steps now. Take your big steps now. Join me on this journey to success. Take it from the Ironwoman. We only have special guests, and today we get to talk to Katz Gibbs. When I look at her website, I'm wondering, what hasn't she done? On her website, it says, hello and welcome to Incandescent PR Publishing Company. I'm Katz Gibbs, creator of Incandescent PR and Publishing Company, which I founded in 2008. We are dedicated to helping women grow their organizations and raise their voices as entrepreneurs, authors, artists, activists, advocates, and more. Hope, we want to hear your story. It's amazing. What is your story? First of all, welcome. And we're both fractional members of Econog, so we want to mention that as well.
I'm thrilled to be with you, Suzanne, and I'm thrilled to be a new member of Acorn Oak. It's a group of amazing corporate people who are bringing their talents and skills together. I am not a corporate person. I don't understand corporate. I would have been a terrible employee. Absolutely. But that's okay. We all know what our juice is. So I have been a journalist since I graduated from the University of Pennsylvania in 1986. I grew up in Philadelphia. And I'm just so happy to be able to tell stories and share people's wisdom and ideas. I was a reporter for a really long time. I married an illustrator, so it was really fun to put that creativity under one roof. And we have 2 children. Anna is a photographer and videographer, AnnaGibbs.com. She is quite amazing. She follows the love and the light. And our son, Dylan, is finishing his master's in architecture at Harvard. Yes, we're very proud of him as well. So all this creativity, Dylan has math in his head, so he can go off and do that work. It's just really fun to have a community around me in the nucleus of that family, and then in creating Incandescent, where since 2008, like you mentioned, we've helped so many small business owners, big business owners, organizations like the city of Fairfax, schools, on and on. Our list is really vast, and I'm so proud that so many people have trusted us to help them grow their businesses. In 2014, we published a book called PR Rules the Playbook, because so many of my clients wanted to get in the news. I got them in the news, and they were mad because they weren't making sales. And so I said, PR is not sales. It's PR, marketing, advertising, social media, and sales is the end goal, but you need the other things to make it work. So PR Rules the Playbook is a 200-page guidebook that my husband illustrated and designed, and Kathleen McCarthy, who is our copy editor, sat next to me as we wrote the whole thing. It took about 3 years. It was really intense. Kathleen was amazing. Mike is amazing. And we've sold lots and lots and lots of copies of it because it's a guidebook. It's our playbook. Mm-hmm. We break it down. 8 is the magic number. I love that number, the infinity symbol. Born on July 8th. It's kind of like 8 is something that resonates with me. So everything is based on that. We have 8 steps to PR success. We have 8 examples of everything. The book is divided into sections so you can play along with us. And it's interactive in the middle. We give colored markers with it. So you can really have fun, because to me, that is what PR is. It's fun. It's how you promote what you're doing. It's supposed to be joyful. And even though, especially now, the world is bonkers, beyond bonkers, I still believe that every day we try and find joy. Every morning, my daughter, she's living with me at the moment, we do yoga and then we take a walk. And today we walked down to the river. We're here in Old Town Alexandria. And we walked over to the sailing marina. And it was just so beautiful to take in the birds and the trees. And it's so warm out here in March right now. Trying to really appreciate all of the things that are beautiful, the sheets under your hands, the taste of the coffee. The crazy is making me feel more appreciative of the smallest things, especially having this conversation with you, beautiful Suzanne, and being on your podcast. What a gift. That's the only thing we can do as humans. Just be the love, spread the love, share the love.
Wow, I could not agree more with you. It's all about the love and supporting each other and lifting each other up. Again, when we look at your website, you have something for everybody, like authors, speakers, podcasts, radio, TV. How did you come up with such a concept of bringing everything together? I know PR is huge. As an author with my book, 50 Shades of Lipstick Leadership, I'm my own PR company. I wish I had the funds for somebody to do it for me. But on the other hand, I also have to say I had a first book launch at my alma mater, Marymount in Manhattan, and I organized 35 people to come. How does that work?
It's a team effort. I bring what I know to the party. I often go straight for our clients. I get their voice in my head, and then I'm able to articulate their thoughts with them. We work as a team. And it's that way for me with everything. I have a team of 6 people who work with me. Mike is our art director. Max Kukoy is our web developer. Nelson Benavides is our video producer. Brandy Merritt is our podcast producer. Anna shoots video for us. And then we have a new intern at the University of Pennsylvania, Erin Lee, who's amazing. Just really having our team support whatever it is that the client needs. A lot of journalists, artists are very empathic. I'm a big empath, which can be problematic because sometimes is it my stuff? Is it your stuff? Is it the world stuff? What am I feeling here? It's taken me I turned 60 in July. So it's taken me all these decades to figure out, all right, how do I separate and what are good boundaries and what's healthy? To your point, absolutely. You bring in your 35 people. We see if we can't get clever and they each bring a friend. What kind of party are we going to have to celebrate this? What kind of games can we play with your book? All kinds of fun things. We just get creative. And again, it's back to that fun. You did the hard work. You wrote the book. That's the thing about books. Incandescent, increasingly, we're about women, wellness, and kids. Those are the 3 magazines that we publish. Incandescent Women, Be Incandescent Health and Wellness, which is really my business magazine. And we're launching Incandescent Kids to give voice to kids K to 20 and teach them to think like reporters. So that critical thinking to me is one of the big things that we're missing right now in America, that things might play out differently in the future if we get to people to ask, is that true? This is the Byron Katie's work. I'm a life coach, a Martha Beck trained life coach. So Byron Katie, who's this brilliant, brilliant woman, her work in marthabeck.com, I'm such huge fans of. Actually, Martha Beck's Gathering Room is something that gives me tremendous solace right now. Byron Katie's questions are, is it true? Do you absolutely know it's true? And then you kill yourself, your limiting beliefs by saying, if it wasn't true, who would you be? And then turn it around. So even though I want to teach everyone those 4 questions, and they're not my questions, but they're really great questions. For the kids, I want them to think about, is it true? Is it absolutely true what you're hearing? And now I want 3 sources. I want you to ask 3 people. And then I want you to put it through your funnel to say, is it true for you? And then you have to prove it to me. Is this true? Is what you're hearing accurate? And I think that no matter what concept ideas that we're dealing with, we need to teach people to be critical thinkers so that they're just not accepting what someone else tells them as fact. It's just not a way to do things.
I congratulate you for taking on this project for the kids, because we can feed the stuff, but if they don't think critically, then they just repeat whatever they heard.
But an internal process, I think, is to ask lots of questions. Europe is so amazing to me. It's so old, and there's been so much that the people who grew up there are very much different than Americans. And here we are at this point in history where I keep thinking, how are we going to look back on this time? How are we brave? So another project that I'm launching is called the Empowered Together Network. The concept is based on these new 4 C's of the diamond. You have the 4 C's of a diamond that you pick. So this is cool, calm, compassionate change makers. And I'm trying to pull women from around the world together so that we know we're not alone, we're not crazy, and we can support each other with our ideas. It's this really affordable buy-in, $150 for the whole year. And you get to be part of this community. You get a 10-minute interview on the Truly Amazing Women show. And we put it out off all of our websites. So we have the 2, almost 3 magazines. We have Incandescent Radio, which is our podcast channel where we produce podcast shows for all of our clients and more. I'm hoping that you might come on and join us too.
Sure.
And Incandescent.tv is our YouTube channel. So they all come out as videos as well. We get that. Plus the author website, which is really a focus for us now, helping people write and promote their books. So those all get more than 1 million hits a month. And as we grow this, it's that rising tide will lift more boats. We have 30,000 connections on LinkedIn and 5,000 on Facebook. And we're playing with some other stuff. But it's really is opportunity to speak to as many people in an elegant, articulate, kind way so that we join forces and we do have courage to speak and speaking in numbers. A lot of people are afraid to speak now, which is horrifying to me. And I absolutely understand. I'm just unapologetically speaking out. And every day on LinkedIn, I read dozens of articles about what's happening by really professional journalists, Politico, The Atlantic, BBC, on and on, Popular Mechanics, Scientific American. I really want to hear what's going on from avenues. And then I take the nut paragraph and I post it. And I went from before the election about, I don't know, a little bit under 1,000 impressions a week. I'm up to like 6,500 just because it's not me. I'm not commenting on that. I'm just posting it. It might be the increase in numbers of posts, but I also think people just, it's so overwhelming what's happening in every facet of American life and around the world, of course, the impact of it. So I think just a little paragraph gives you a taste. And I really started it for me because I wanted to catalog what was happening as it was happening every day. So it's a really crazy time. It's the time where we do speak out. And if we don't, I firmly believe that we are part of the problem, that it is our job as global citizens to use our voice. Otherwise, they win. And that's what people hear.
You cannot have that. And I like the words that you're using: kind, courage, speaking up. And also to have women coming together monthly. That's where I see the opportunity that we have maybe smaller gatherings. I had a gathering of 8 women this week, and we will continue this discussion on a monthly basis. What the people want to come together, to listen to each other and be kind but courageous to voice our concerns. So you have like a container where you can voice your concern, your anger, your doubts, whatever, but come together and not be alone. That's also one thing. Don't be alone. If you come together, we're much stronger. And one voice, multiple voices can have much more strength than just one person.
Who do you talk to? You talk to girlfriends that you trust, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to like share what you just said. We've all experienced that. People talking behind our backs or not being nice. And so Alina Z is on my board. She's on the cover of the March issue of Incandescent US, which every month I feature another author throughout that website. She and I are starting a podcast called The Question Bar. It grew out of a conversation we were talking about because we're changing incandescentwomen.com into the portal for the Howard Together Network. And she said, I wish there was I want there to be a question bar. I said, oh, we should turn that into a podcast. So we're going to take questions from people and then have this girlfriend chat. And we were practicing yesterday and it was amazing just what comes out of when girlfriends talk to each other. And we were really talking about, I was telling her that I have this bifurcation between kind and nice. I'm not nice. It doesn't serve me. I heard Oprah say this years ago and I thought, you know what, that's absolutely right. Because you're nice when you're protecting someone from, but I always try and be kind. I'm not always successful. Sometimes my words can be sharp, especially when I'm emotional about something. But I try and love people and have that compassion. If we can all do that and have clear, clean boundaries and know what's okay and what isn't, then we're starting a movement where we're standing firm. Like you were telling me earlier that women only got the right to vote in 1971 in Switzerland. And we're only a little more than 100 years in here in the U.S. And now they're saying they're threatening to take our vote away if our birth certificates don't match our driver's license because we took our husband's names.
I think you are a very strong, kind role model, and we have to be direct. And maybe sometimes when we are too direct, we're come across as bossy. But I like when people call me bossy because I am bossy. We're all the CEOs, so here we are. Let's end on a positive note. I also saw on your LinkedIn profile that you're a massage therapist. How can you connect everything under one umbrella?
I became a massage therapist decades ago. This is an old backstory, but I was left at the altar a million years ago. And my initial instinct was, I'm just going to learn something else. I was a young journalist at the time, and I just wanted, so I went to school in Northern California to study massage therapy. And then I ended up marrying my husband. And so we needed money to raise children. So massage therapy wasn't in the cards at that time when Mike and I actually got separated and divorced about 10 years ago. And so after that, I started doing all the things on my bucket list. I became a Kundalini trained yoga teacher, a Yin trained yoga teacher. I studied Martha Beck's life coaching. My final thing that I really wanted to do was I went back to school to become a massage therapist, a licensed massage therapist, because the rules had changed. I went to school in Santa Fe, spent 800 hours studying this amazing profession. Love it so very, very much. I practiced at the Belmore Hotel in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware for a while. I lived at the beach for a couple of years, and then I just moved back to DC, and I'm practicing at a spa called DeLuca off of DuPont Circle. It's an honor beyond belief to be able to do this work. I have 2 Reiki master certifications, so I pulled that into what I do. I love doing reflexology. Your feet, your hands, your ears, they're all maps to your body. You do nothing else. You can do that to yourself. Soak your feet, rub them. It's really amazing to use all parts of me, right? The head, the heart, the body, the soul.
We could have many more podcasts with your interesting story and colorful story and kind story. Thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into your life, and keep going. We're here to support you and happy to be part of your organization as well. And yeah. One voice is good, but multiple voices are better. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you.
What are you taking away from this lively conversation? It's important to speak up, voice what you want to say. We're here. One and more voice is more powerful than just one voice. Take it from the Ironwoman. We have episodes every Monday. Come and join us. Ask questions. Don't shy away. Voice your opinion. Learn with others. Learn from others. And Take It from the Ironwoman is also the book Global Business Coaching with Sports Parallels. Get it in your local bookstore or download it. And also like us and subscribe to the platforms where you're listening to this podcast. Thanks for your support. We'll see you next time, and bye-bye.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.